Hello, 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 and, well, it's finally out. There's no longer an NDA on this game, and you can currently play the beta if you pre-order the game on Steam. Steel Divison Normandy 1944 is now officially playable, and I'm very excited. This is a very fun game, and I really can't wait to make some more videos and actually play the game a bit more. But essentially for today, I want to take a general overview of the game in its current state. I want to mention this is a beta, this isn't a final representation of the product. There's probably going to be a lot of things that's going to be changing throughout the coming weeks till the game's release in May 23rd. And for this video, I want to do two simple things. First off, we're going to look at the deck building system, or the battle group system, as you can see, and take a look at that and show you how it actually works. Then we're going to jump into a 1v1 bot match to show you the basic gameplay. So let's get right into it. And also, most importantly, war chat is still here if you were threatened. Yeah, into battle groups, and of course we've got allies and axes. So we're just going to create one now. Who cares about the name? Currently, as I'm recording the beta, there's only 4 battle groups or divisions available. 2 for the Allies, one being the 3rd Armour Division for the Americans, which is a tank-based deck, and the 15 Infantry Scottish, which is an infantry-based deck. And for the Axes, 12 SS Panzer, which as you guessed is a tank deck, and the 90 Rund Luftland, which is an infantry division deck. And as you can see, we got these point systems. So essentially the phase system works is the first 10 minutes is phase A, so you get 85 points for example of the infantry Scottish deck per minute. And then after that you get into phase B, which is another 10 minutes long, and for that you'd get 120 points. And then after those 10 minutes and for the rest of the match, you're into phase C, which is the rest of the battle. As the phases go on, you unlock more cards you can get. And as you can see, for example, the Scottish deck, they have more points in phase A and B than they do with the Americans, but once these American guys get into the late phase, they really do stomp the floor point rise against the Scottish. And for simplicity's sake, we're not going to go over every single deck, because we'd be here for a while, and also tells you brief history and how the deck's meant to be played, the ideal play style. And we're going to jump right into it with the American one. So we got a recon, an infantry, a tank tab, a support tab, anti-tank, anti-air, artillery, and aeroplanes. And we got activation points, and it's no longer like Wargame where it's +1 and +2 and +3 dimension returns. Every slot is just 1 point. And as you can see, slots are very mixed and matched. We can't get many airplanes and anti-tanks, but our tank line is very, very, very long. And let's just jump right into it. We're not really going to just create a deck. I just want to go over the basic units. So first off, we got is the Recon tab. And for Phase A Recon tab for Americans, we got Scouts and Recon units. Essentially, Scouts are 4-man, they got some M. Thompsons and carbines. Well, a 2-man squad, they only got 2 Thompsons, but they do have a Jeep of 50 cal. And how transports work, essentially an unarmored transport, such as a Jeep or a truck, anything that doesn't have a gun, is completely free, it's on the house. But once your unit unloads, the unit disappears, it essentially vanishes off the map. Or let's say it's Jeep 30, you pay 15 points for it, it stays on the map, and it has a nice machine gun to help you fight. And also, like Wargame, I'm going to make a lot of Wargame comparisons. We got all the stats, and it's pretty in-depth, except for the accuracy thing. I'm not too happy how it says a arbitrary 1 to 10. Everything else is good in terms of rate of fire, speed, optics, and cargo space, because now infantry take up cargo space, so you can fit these guys in anything, but if you were to get a bigger squad, for example, and try to put them into a Jeep 30, it wouldn't work, because it can really only carry 2 guys, very light, as you can see, so you gotta make sure the cargo space for the vehicles fit between one infantry unit to another, and apart from that, all the stats are all the same: range, HE, ammunition, so on and so forth. And for also phase A, we got an M8 Greyhound, which is rather expensive. And I also want to point out, as you can see by the cards, the 7 up here is its armor penetration value, and armor is indicated down here at number 3. And it's no longer like Wargame where units have a HP bar, where, you know, you shoot, you pen, you do like 5 damage. Every shot that penetrates has a chance to one-hit kill a tank, no matter what. It's kind of this weird algorithm that they use, but essentially you want higher AP and armor in Wargame, and you should be able to one-hit kill said vehicle. So, for example, we've got 7 AP, 3 hit a unit that only has 6 frontal armor. It's going to penetrate, most likely, and kill the unit. And like Wargame, the closer you get to the unit by every 100 meters, you can see the AP values increase plus run. But yeah, going on, we got some more scouts in B phase and some more M8s. And as you notice, as we get into the B phase, we can get these guys in a nice little half track, which is a little bit more expensive. So rather light reconnaissance tab, nothing too fancy, except for the Greyhounds. And we get into the infantry tab. We got some American rifles, which come with a half track, and also they carry a rocket launcher. And rocket launchers work quite differently in Wargame. They don't have any AP value because no matter what, they always have a chance to penetrate like a heat weapon. And it's very short range, but you can essentially one-hit kill any ground unit in the game with a rocket launcher. So we got these American rifles, no machine guns, just rifles and a rocket launcher, and then the leader squad. And we also got leaders, which is another new mechanic. If you ever play Total War, essentially generals. Any unit within the leader's aura or radius will gain an experience buff. And experience is now indicated by stars. And essentially no stars is nothing, and you've got 1 stars and then 2 stars. You can get them up to 3 stars, but it's only if there's a leader nearby to bump a 2-star unit up to a 3-star unit. And it's pretty much indicating experience and veterancy of said infantry units and tanks and vehicles. Everything has veterancy, and the veterancy won't go up as you kill stuff. It will stay the same throughout the entirety of the match. So here we got some American rifles and leaders, very basic for phase A. Phase B, we got some engineer leaders, which do have a nice little amphibious car, and is throwable TNT block, which they can amazingly throw 100 meters and dishes out a lot of damage. And we get some more American rifles, and because they're into phase B, you get more of them per card. So we pop one of these guys up, you only get 4 of them in this slot, but phase B we wait around for a bit. Now we can get 6 of them. We also got engineers, which do the same thing for TNTs. A proper heavy machine gun squad, which has longer range than the standard machine guns. If I was to go down here, and you see these machine guns only reach 400, radius is 600. So essentially, like Company of Heroes, they're good for pinning down stuff at long distances. And then the American Rifle Squad with no rocket launcher, but a lot of firepower. Now if we go into the tank tab, as this is an armor division, we get a lot of slots for tank tab. And right at the start we got some command M5s, which are okay, they're light tanks, and in some other M5s, which you get a lot of them per card. They're still rather light tanks. But you can also get 1 card of Ron M4A1 Sherman. Shocking, right? And this is actually really bloody good in A phase, because around this time the enemy can only really bring up other light tanks. So a proper medium tank like this really rules the battlefield for those first 10 minutes. If you decide to bring one, of course. But it's also risky because you only get 1 of them per card. So you could either have 5 of these guys or 1 of them. It's really down to risk reward. Then we go to B phase, we got some command Abrams, we got a slightly better upgunned Abrams, the good old Jumbo, which has a ridiculous amount of frontal armor, an Abrams with a rather big long gun, and then C phase we get some more Jumbos too for the price of run, and some 76 Shermans as well. We get 3 of them compared to just 1. So they really did a good job. I really like his division system, or really the card system and phase system, well, all the systems I really like, because it does a good job of, do you get less now for, you know, better advantage, or do you rate a little bit and get more of them and play a bit safer? And support tab. Now, support isn't AA anymore. This is essentially the vehicle tab. Anything that doesn't fit anywhere out, the miscellaneous stuff, the throwaways. So we got some Jeep with 50 cows, supply trucks, and a Command M20, which is essentially a Greyhound of only 50 cal, and it's also a leader unit, so it gives units nearby a good buff. And then an M8 Scotch, which is a nice little howitzer on a cute little tank. Phase B, we got some flamethrowers, and we got some more Jeeps with more 50 cals, more resupply trucks, a Sherman with a Roppin 105. You can get either one with 1 star, or 2 with 1 star, or 1 with 2 stars, and then some more Sherman 105s. Anti-tank, it's really quite simple. Do you like 57mm AT guns, or 76mm AT guns? Once again, risk reward. The 76 is more expensive and you get less of them, but you can get these 57s earlier and much more plentiful. Also, you can change between what transport you want, whether you want a half-track or just a Jeep. Anti-air, there's no Tunguskis here, pretty much all of it. Well, of course all of it is cannon-based. It didn't really have guided anti-air missiles during World War II. So we got half-track with 450 cals on it. And then we got a static anti-aircraft piece, the Bofors, which actually makes a really good fire support vehicle too. For B-phase, we got more of the same half-tracks. And these guys, which is kind of a bit of an animation bug here, which has an automatic 30... That is a beta. With a 37mm autocannon, and you get some more of them in C-phase. And then we get to the artillery tab, which, as you can guess, is artillery. And they have the thing showing you that they are indirect fire units, meaning they shoot over walls. So we've got 60mm mortar, an 81mm mortar in a half-track, and mortars, once again, can fire smoke. We got a Sherman, and it has a battery. Now, it's not actually carrying a 155mm gun. Essentially, it's a off-map call-in, like Road in Conflict. The units, when you deploy the Sherman, it's essentially your standard Sherman. You know, the gun doesn't work. And you bring it up near the front line, and within the radius around it, you can call in an off-map artillery strike whenever you want. And you can either have an inaccurate artillery strike come in within 15 minutes, or a precision artillery strike coming in within 60 seconds. I said 15 minutes, I meant 15 seconds. And yeah, it have different stats, and it's a really cool kind of flavor. It's a good way of introducing heavy artillery pieces without having to actually bring them up onto the map. We got M7 Priest, and my favorite unit, the Calliope. And as you can guess, they're kind of like a Bertino, but with less napalm, unfortunately. And then more of the same. Then we got airplanes. We only got 3 slots for airplanes. But first up, we got recon planes. They actually decided, well, they actually added them in, because they were originally going to have them in airline battle, but it kind of proved to be a bit OP. But in World War II, it makes a lot of sense. All the recon planes are, right now, essentially a glorified Cessna. They're very slow. They don't have armaments, but they can do a good job at spotting stuff. So we got this Grasshopper, which is unarmed. And then we got the Rosie, which, for some reason, the Americans decided it would be a very good idea to strap 6 bazookas onto one of these recon planes. There's some stories of a few American pilots doing this and attacking tank columns with their reconnaissance planes, which is pretty amazing considering it went 84 kilometers an hour. That is... I think you could effectively shoot that down with a light machine gun. And like World War II, there's no guided bombers or anything. You pretty much got different types of light rocket planes. You got your P-51 dogfighters. You got heavy bombers for different payloads. You got anti-tank planes and medium rockets. A whole slew of different airplanes with different configurations. So here we got P-38 Lightning with some rockets and a lot of machine guns. P-47 with a lot of rockets, which are good for dealing with. If I can actually bring up the tab. Like lightly armoured vehicles and whatnot. And you actually do get more dedicated, heavy anti-tank planes. Also, I just want to note, you can just switch back and forth between decks on the fly within the deck building system. You don't have to go back and forth, which is a very nice quality of life feature. So I already made an American deck earlier, and as you can see, it is all good to go. So we're going to go and actually play a bloody match, just against some bot show. Set it all up, America, Axis and allies, and we got 2 game modes. We got conquest, which is different because of the whole map system, and then if you really want, you got destruction. Starting resources, 500 standard. You do get less points essentially in this game at the start. You have a very small force at the start compared to Wargame. Maybe half a dozen, I want to say like 8 to 10 units at most. Income rate, conquest points, and then of course a good old 40-minute time limit. The one thing I do wish they add is, instead of having the map overview, they have, it's a very nice picture, I have to say, but I'd much prefer it if they actually showed the actual map. But yeah, everything's set up. We got our deck, playing a random deck, just medium AI. It's not really going to be a proper match. It's more about showing how the game actually runs. So we're loading in, and away we go, and things look quite different. Now it's a very industrial heavy map. So how this works is, this is the center of the map, and this is the front line. There's nothing to really capture, no square zones you have to put command vehicles in. We just have to try to get over here and move our units to capture more of the map. So you can use this middle line as a very good reference point, because we're probably going to get here at the same time as the enemy is. So we want to base our front line decisions and where we want to attack based on that. Also the maps, as you can see, the rest of this is grayed out. If we were playing a 2v2 or 4v4 version of the map, you'd be playing on a much larger scale, but because this is 1v1, we're just focused on this one factory area. And before we start, I really want to say this game is bloody beautiful. They have done a fantastic job once again with map design. These places look like real actual places, and it's also much easier to navigate towns, much less crowded, and just look at it. Even got the weather effects, all a lot of debris, boxes. It's really well done. Really bloody well done. So, enough galloping it yet. Let's actually deploy our stuff. So, well, the main centerpiece is going to be in the middle. I'm saying on the flanks, we just leave a light defensive force. So, on left here, let's just get some scouts. And on the right, kind of got this forest section here, so I'm guessing maybe just a recon and an infantry squad to hold you out for now. And probably an AT gun in that section, because I do a very good job covering the rest of the map. Also, it has a line of sight button, and through here we can easily see what you can see at a point. So if we take a look over here where I want to deploy my AT gun, it has a very good field of vision in this rather thick forest. I feel like we want something else over here, probably in this forest, just another infantry squad, something nice and cheap. And now we got our attention in the middle. So we do want a leader squad, of course. They're very bloody important. Out one extra star makes a lot of difference. And we're going to get, 3 rifle dudes and a Sherman, because those are useful. Now, we could just press launch battle and start, but there's another wonderful feature, or two. First up, Yeah, it is an unload out position button, the G button. I have all my buttons changed, it might be different for you. So if I click OK, I want you to unload over here. They're going to do that. And also, you can give units orders before the match starts. So no more rushing around at the start of the match, giving all units tactic orders. You can pretty much just press the launch battle and not do anything.
Yes, sir.
Which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So we're going to deploy him here in that brush. And we're going to deploy infantry squad here.
Yes.
AT gun, we're going to want him to head over
I'll
here.
let you off at these coordinates.
And I'm guessing we want to sneak the recon here and
Need a
infantry in that thick brush. And it leaves the rest of our guys. And that's going to be a very heavy fight in the middle. But fortunately for us, our guys don't have machine guns. Like, they're up against a Trova Vest deck, which has some pretty solid infantry, even though they are an armored deck. But the half tracks make up for that firepower. And off we go. I'm not doing anything. Everything's moving. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. You can't have units in big, like 4 3-man squads. Everything is in singular squads. Now my pretties are going to the destination. So make sure it is the right spot.
Carried away, sir. Pedal to the metal.
Got the attack move. I do want to note, in these big forests, if I just pause it, I can't really pause. There we go. In these big forests, you cannot get vehicles in here at all, or even larger static pieces. So you do have to keep that in mind. But the thin stuff like this, yeah, you can easily put them in. So we're going to deploy this guy over here and unload.
This is where you get off.
As you can see, we already got some guys flanking around.
I'll get you there as soon as possible. Need a lift?
As everything starts moving out. And points come in increments of, well, 65 for us
Yes, sir.
every 60 seconds or so.
Yes, sir.
So you get more points in a longer period of time. Now we're going to start unloading.
Ready to transport.
Seems like they're trying to flank around on the right here. And where is our Sherman? Because we want him to come up and give us some fire support. We have another infantry squad to flank round. And as you can see, the half track's doing a very good job. Now our scouts, they're getting pretty pinned down. And there is a new button called the fallback button. If I can actually find it. Or, yeah, fallback. It's essentially the retreat button from Company of Heroes. And yeah, it's our American leader dude, and he's given all these guys a very nice buff. Forcing the enemy to fall back, and we already managed to get some distance in.
AT gun primed and ready.
Recon taking a bit of a beating there, hard tracking position, and over here, is this what I think it is? It is a Sherman Firefly. Or a Boita Firefly. Boita meaning pirated, essentially. Now we're gonna get him out of here. And that Firefly is, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, essentially. That 17-pounder it has will effectively kill any tank I bring up except for the Jumbo, which I can't get till B phase. So we're gonna have to try and do something else to kill it. So you see my scouts managed to fall back into a rather good position here, but they are now getting pounded away by a patch of 2. So we're just going to bring our light tank to help soften it up. And infantry in the middle are doing a pretty damn good job.
Getting ready to engage.
Just moving the half tracks around.
At your order.
I'm hoping he get a bit closer for my Bazookas to kill him.
GI is ready for battle. We've got them.
And to reinforce him. Oh, he got destroyed, okay. They also, infantry can surrender.
Serpentine.
Essentially, if they get pinned down to grab them back, they're just not going to bother anymore.
Ready to transport.
We're going to reverse this dude out. I forgot. What's the reverse button again? Yeah, it's rifle, mate.
Put it in reverse.
changed all my buttons really weirdly. So, oh, we're going to get in range. And now I'm going to be able to fire the bazooka. They missed the first time though, which is annoying. Because they only have one bazooka, it's going to take them a while for them to shoot again. As they get pummeled right. There we go, crew killed. Very good. Essentially knocking out our tank. So bazookas are very, very effective weapons, as you can see. Now I do want to start repositioning our infantry in the middle, probably get some more reinforcements. We have another 5 minutes, 5 minutes 40 seconds, still phase B, and we're also on a run low in infantry. And it's Firefly is really going to be a pain in our butts. Now do bring up light half-track and AT gun over here. Might just get a Scott to give some fire support.
Target neutralized.
No, there we go. The 57mm is engaging the Firefly. And it can penetrate it. But the Firefly's doing a very good job, as you can see. Well, let's get these guys out. The half-track's doing a real good job there. Flipping fantastic. You're thinking Wargame, you know, M1 on 3 with a 50 cal, it's pants, it's rubbish. You don't use that. You're so excited. Here, just a simple half track with not even a 50 cal machine gun, a bloody 7.62. Huge difference. They are so bloody good. Like when playing as the Americans, you need to take advantage of those half tracks. They're expensive, but they're goddamn rapid. The AT gun fell back. And as you can see the bar on top I didn't explain. That's a morale bar. The worse or higher it goes, the less effective the infantry unit or any unit is going to be. So you want to make sure it never really reaches such a high point.
I have a bad feeling. I am in charge here.
Now I do need to let's start making some lead ray on the left hand side. It seems like we've got
Captain makes him a target for the Germans.
a good place to attack. On the right hand side, as you can see, it's not going too well. I might get another recon squad or a 50 cal over it to help out. I'm really hoping. Oh, and they jumped out. That's not good.
Target neutralized.
But the 57mm, did he get the kill? No, he did not. What we do want to do is get him back into our forest. Now, oh, our Firefly is getting very close. Hopefully, we can get a good old bazooka shot onto it. Yeah, very close. Oh, get in. Come to Papa. Oh no, don't stop here, don't stop here, don't stop here. We're gonna retreat these guys out of the building. There we go. Engine destroyed, good hit. And Real, are we gonna kill it? Firefly in an ambush? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Now, that is very good for us. Destroyed one of the enemy's heaviest tanks early on. Oh, and there goes our tank. Fuel exposed. It's pretty cool how they tell you how the unit died, essentially. And we're going to get an AA unit in. Not for anti-aircraft purposes, but because 50 cal machine guns. And yeah, right hand side is not looking good at all. Oh, no, jump out. I lost. And they can't see my riflemen as they flank round. So hopefully I can get them in here to get a good sight shot on their SDKF something.
I am listening, sir.
Now start moving up our half tracks a bit. Oh, you guys are just kind of sitting around doing nothing. And we're only 2 minutes till phase B. That's 2 minutes too long at the moment. I'm probably going to get another M5 to help defend this right hand side here. There we go. Oh, no, we want to get you into the forest to attack, yes.
Choose your targets.
Guys. There we go. Good kill. And we want to make sure fight into the forest. So even here again, puts pretty bad on the right hand side. We're making some very good progress in the left. In the middle, you're not going to try and get into his factory complex because bazookas. Wonderful, wonderful bazookas.
Go and shoot anything that moves. Ready, sir.
I'm going to wait for these guys to get their morale back.
Ready, sir. Get us out of here, driver. Jerry's dead. Grab our
Get the
stuff.
kill. Now, just out of rocket range, so we're just going to hide in the forest.
Squad, at your orders, sir.
And our tank should be coming up on the right.
Follow me, men.
And yeah, we really do need some more
Enemies
recon over
nearby.
here. Hopefully once you get into phase B,
Enemy spotted. Be ready.
and let's get an AT gun over here too, because I have a feeling it'd be very useful to try and block off that road. If we can get hold of that town and put some rifle guys in there, that'd be a very good defensible defensible point. I'm gonna move up.
Ready for the order.
Got 222. 3 is 2 too many.
Gun check and ready. Everybody out. Move out.
Now, yeah, we're making quite a bit of progress. But here we go. Phase B. And I'm probably just going to save up for the jumbo. Even though I could use some more riflemen, but the jumbo will definitely make it worth it in the end. Now, we're going to get a flank on these guys. Another bazooka shot, but they're out of ammunition.
It's time to move. Squad, at your
But
orders,
I did do the good job of forcing them to fall back.
Ready to transport.
Yeah, we're going to want that jumbo. It's only going to be another 30 seconds or so. We should be able to hold out. The M5's doing a very good job. And also, I forgot, we can also do a... Where is it?
Yes, sir.
Something I want to say, yeah, here's a button. If I can actually remember the button.
Enemies nearby.
Unload, unload.
Where you get
There we go. And tank. Jumbo, Ront, please. Thank you. And on Jumbo, it won't be able to kill the heaviest stuff that they're going to bring out. But it sure as hell going to not get killed by it either.
Where are we headed?
So definitely, yeah, these scouts in a pretty crap location. We'll get into this forest so we can actually see some stuff.
Waiting for instructions.
And because we have the majority of the map control, we're getting a very nice and slow +1 point advantage here.
Stay alert.
1 M5, yeah, good kill.
If there are crops out there, we'll find them. Enemy spotted.
And also infantry units, if I had to bring a supply unit up, it ain't gonna replenish the infantry guys.
Yes, sir.
They're still gonna be at the number of men now. So all it's gonna do is replenish ammunition.
Sir, yes, sir.
I want to get these guys into that town now. It's gonna be a bit ballsy, but definitely worth it. And now they surrendered. Cowards.
Ready, sir.
Now we got a very good front line here. Now, I think I want to hide a bit more into the town so the AT guns can't shoot at my guys.
Squad, at your orders, sir.
And squads will actually run around the buildings. The buildings are pretty down important now.
Need a lift?
On
I'll
that
get you there
position.
as soon as possible.
And yeah, he has our jumbo. Yes, he is. And oh, we do need to get some recon over here too. Well, they have any eyes on. And as usual, recon's very important.
Engage on sight.
Is that an AT? Oh yes. Is that an AT gun? Oh, track. Yeah, looks like it. Got some very weird units in this. Especially Germans. There's a lot of SDKF and PCH. Good old German abbreviations. And we're gonna get some guys into that town, and oh boy, that's a Panther. That's not good. And as you can see, if we look, we can't penetrate it. We can hit it, and hitting it will scare the crap out of it, but not kill it. We could tell him to just You might want to stop.
Reporting for duty.
The M16 stunning up the 222. And also, I'm getting a lot of parts to mention because there's a lot to this game now. Yeah, there's cover mechanics. As you can see, it's like Company of Heroes. You've got a yellow shield for okay cover and a green shield for good cover. If I was to tell an infantry in it to stop in the middle of the field, they're not just going to stand here. They're going to actually go and find a piece of cover to hide behind. Let's unload. And this jumbo is really going to help us just push heavy into the mid. Let's get some guys, and let's get a recon plane. I really want to see what's going on.
Second platoon ready, sir.
We're gonna hide these guys just in the cornfield over here. Even though they're not gonna be in the buildings per se, I just want to keep them hidden behind it to pop out if anything gets a bit too close. While the brain guns are more for the actual defense. And oh yeah, we do need to get some stuff in the middle. Starting to push pretty hard. Right hand side looks pretty solid right now. We do have an infantry squad coming up, which is going to help. There's our plane looking around. Let's do a strafing run on that Pack 38 with the good old bazookas. Oh, Rosie. They haven't brought a plane in, and I don't have any. Oh, no, yeah, that's an anti-aircraft. And it's going to be forcing them to fall back. Didn't get the kill. Goddamn rebel wins. Go back to War Thunder. And this Panther Grenadier squad ain't gonna be for a good time. Let's move in the M16 for fire support and the M3 half track. Get them over here.
Second platoon ready, sir.
Can they see? Yeah, they can. I think you can just barely see it. Oh damn, now at a +3 point advantage, we are going to win this match rather fast. I mean, it is only a AI match, it's nothing terribly taxing. But once again, I just wanted to show the main mechanics of the game, forcing that infantry to fall back, yeah. Now we are pushing rather hard. There we go. There's the jumbo falling back. Please don't show your side armor. And I really should have bailed out the infantry sooner rather than later, yeah. Let's get some more infantry in the middle. Infantry in right. In infantry, the infantry combat is so much better in Wargame now. It's not just fighting over, you know, stupid little town sectors anymore. You're actually moving them over fields and farmlands. Going from cover to cover. They're good in open ground. You don't just hunky them in buildings. Hey, buildings are kind of a dangerous thing to put them in because it exposes them to fire from all sides, and buildings can also be destroyed.
Yes, sir.
But also at the same time, infantry no longer are, you know, VDV-90 killing you from 900 meters away with a ridiculously long-range rocket launcher. Oh, your tracks, that's not good. I think they will fix the tracks in due time. It takes a little bit. But infantry combat is much more fluid. I want to say it's no longer death stacks of Jaegers or shock infantry or the bloody Yugoslav stuff. It's more about spreading them out, mixing them, and trying to get them in good ambush positions, essentially, because they no longer have that long-range advantage as they did in Wargame.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, we're almost going to run. Let's call it an airstrike. Got P-38 up in here. What do we want Yat to die. I don't like Yat.
Listening.
Let's call in a bazooka striking those Panther Grens too.
Fox 1, ready for action.
And the plane tease is going to come in. Doesn't kill it, but forces it to fall back, which is a victory within itself. And Rosie likes to take her time. And while we're here, let's call in
Need a lift?
Sherman, the artillery battery, and essentially how it works. I actually want to show Rosie first. Come on, Rosie, you can do it. You can kill the Panther, Rosie. I believe in you. Oh! Ah, so close. She's a good girl, Rosie. So this is the area. Yeah, you can call in the artillery strike. You don't have to need line. You don't need direct line of sight either. Essentially, you can either call in a fast run, a precision run that takes more time, or a very precision one that takes a bit of time, and it's a little bit of randomness in it. Yeah, a little bit of randomness in it. As you trying to remember, it's a little bit different in the closed beta. So the big run, 24 to 32, medium run, 36 to 48, and a very precise run, 18 to 24. So each run takes the longest time, I guess, for balance, kind of a Goldilocks of anti-dispersant, and you only get 3 of them per unit, so you do have to use them wisely. After the units is kind of useless. I mean, it's just a sermon of, where it still has a machine gun, which is rather scary. And yeah, we're pushing very hard in the middle. I wasn't really paying attention here. Once again, machine guns very important, especially American tanks, because they get a lot of machine guns, 3 of them to be exact. And the weapon system now is so bloody nice. So, how many of each weapon, every unit has. I'm not entirely sure if the unit loses firepower per se, as they lose guys. So it's like a 7-man squad will still hit as hard as a 10-man squad. I guess that is for gameplay reasons. And yeah, we did get into phase C, so we can call on everything else. Sometimes we call on Calliope. But we are going to win this match in 40 seconds. We've got flamethrower guys coming in. Let's get a nice zoom in. Match ends. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Once again, this game is... it's bloody beautiful. So good. Like, it does literally bring a tear to my eye. And how did you get all the way back here? The little half-track that could and re-win the game. We get a nice splash screen, yeah? And also, the after stats report is really bloody good now. So we got game, we got team, so I need to kill effectiveness. Did pretty good, yeah. Got good KD ratio. No friendly fires, which is good. And a history. And this shows you every single engagement. If this was a 2v2 or 4v4, it'd show you the friendly units on your side to see what killed Rot and Ren. So you can really make sure who'd killed what. And then you got kills, which shows like standard Wargame, what your units killed of the enemy units. As we can see at command, M5 really... damn, that's a lot of dead Nazis. And losses, showing you what stuff you lost. So the Butte Firefly thankfully only killed a M4 and a Rifleman squad. Didn't do too much damage. He's very bloody scary, the Firefly. And yeah, it's really good job also. You can do after game banter too if you bring in the chat. And that's essentially Steel Division for now. I mean, it's just online skirmishes and full battle groups. I am going to be doing more videos of this in the future. Probably a mix between doing casts and live matches. Probably even do some live streaming once again. And probably go over the decks to see, just a general overview of every single deck and how to effectively play it. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm really happy that this game's out. It's bloody brilliant. If you like Wargame, you will like Steel Division in its current state. It is, I think, is a good evolution on the Wargame franchise. I am very happy. But enough of that for now. This has been me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.